Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. In September, while I'm working on my No Paper Left Behind and trying to do a spending freeze, I'm also trying to take some of the things out of the boxes and use them that I picked up along the way on shopping sprees and I haven't played with. So I hadn't used this punch yet. I have a bunch of stamp sets I need to use. Just trying more than just pushing through my No Paper Left Behind. I'm just using a 6x6. I should be able to fiddle around and take my time. So, plus I have some other projects I want to do too. Today I've taken it out of the package. This is a We Are Memory Keepers punch from Tuesday morning. There's the number right there. The 1-800 number does not seem to work in my area, but maybe it works for some of you. You can call, punch in this number right there. It will tell you if it's in a store near you. And you don't have to talk to a human or anything. Okay, so this punch punches this shape out. And I bought this one because I thought it would be fun. These are punches that are made to be used anywhere in the paper. So the idea is they come apart. So in the box, there were these 3 pieces and the instruction sheet. That's it. Nothing too fancy. And let me just punch on a piece of paper to show you. So the idea is, and this is the first time. I haven't punched. I just fiddled with it a little and I get it. So we'll see. We'll do it together. The bottom piece has a notch right here. And you lay it down. And I don't think it really matters which way you do. No, it doesn't matter to me. We'll see. Then this thing has a little notch. And you put it on here. It clicks into place. And you can hear it. And the magnets line up. Now, if you look at this carefully, the magnets, there are 1, 2, 3, and they go in a certain way, and it says this side up. So when you set it down different ways, it may connect, but it won't line up with the base and stick. See that? So there's a right way and a wrong way to put this thing on because it clicks into place. And let's put it in a way that I actually want it while we're doing this. It clicks into place, and there we go. Help you punch where you want. Now, the way they show this in here is to put the paper on the base and then apply this thing notch side up. And then adjust it for where you want it. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to put it where I want it, and then I'm going to put this on top of it. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know. You're supposed to adjust it. This is not a tutorial. This is learning to use it out of the box. We should get better, right? Because what I'm thinking about is, what if I wanted to make a pocket with this piece of paper? I would want this to be straight. And so what they're saying is you can adjust it in your hand, but it seems like it's going to hold base in palm of hand and use opposite hand to position paper to desired punch location. So essentially what they're saying is you can slide it around a little bit on top and get it lined up. Because in some instances, the point of having this punch, there we go. The point of having this punch is so that I can get my shape exactly out of the paper where I want it. Then, I haven't played with this at all, but it can't be rocket science, right? There's a divot out of this thing right here. There's a divot out of this. And it has these. So it's going to click. We're going to hear it. Whoa. I hadn't even set it down. I just got near it. And then I'm thinking we punch. Okay, it wasn't super hard. I don't have arthritis in my hands or elbows. And then there's my little piece of paper. So I can layer embellishments. But this is what's really neat about these punches, is you can choose the place that it lands. And then you can make layered embellishments. You can make pockets with things cut out of them, however you want to do. I'm mixing 4th of July and fall. That's how I roll. So another example would be if you don't want to cut up a paper pad, or maybe there's something on the back and you're trying to decide how you want to use it later. I want this side up. I want to take this thing and see if I can. Okay, I'm going to go like that and punch it. Now to do that, I'm going to hold that. My hands aren't quite big enough. That never happens to me, especially with a 12 by 12. That's a big piece of paper. Okay, so it clicked in totally not the right place, but I can jiggle it. See, you can just kind of drag it around, center it exactly where you want it. There we go. And then again, this thing's probably going to just pop right on. Pop it out. And there we go. So I didn't think about the fact that my white was going to show. I could put washi or ribbon or something. I don't know. I might actually just fussy cut this because it's not enough contrast for me. Or if I back it on some really light paper, it might work. But I was just trying to show you different concepts and why you might want this kind of punch instead of this, right? I could have a die that would have been cheaper to purchase than this, but I would have to take this piece of paper and chop it up to run it through here. And maybe I don't want to. And for example, if I only had the Sidekick and I didn't have the Big Shot, I wouldn't be able to punch out of a 6x6 piece of paper because I would have had to cut this piece of paper down so much. So I wouldn't be able to make fun pockets for journals and that sort of thing. Now, the reason I got this shape, just to give you an idea, is I already have a circle punch. So I don't want to do it because I don't want to make it smaller. But if you're thinking about unusual supplies and trying to minimize your purchases, if you already have a circle punch and you're going to use this, I could turn this into a circle and then I would have this thing to make the fancy ones, right? A circle is more versatile, not gender or seasonal or anything like that, but I have quite a few circles, so I thought I would get this one. Also, I kind of envisioned it a little bit bigger. I mean, it is exactly the same size as the one on the box. I just thought it might be a bigger punch. Does that make sense? So I think I'm going to use this. Oh, this is new paper left behind. Shoot, I probably shouldn't have punched it out of here. I was thinking this would make a great journal page, but maybe I'll use it on a card or something. We'll figure something out. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. They do come in many different shapes. So there are squares, circles, whatever we call this cute scallop thing. Tuesday morning, they're still around. I've seen a bunch of them. This one does have 0719. When they switch to newer months sometimes, or like 6 months later, they'll switch this number. So just because you can't find the product number doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be able to find them. I'll tell you right now, one thing that's going to be a downside for me on this punch, and those of you who are super organized, you won't have this problem. If you lose this or can't find this, then the whole system kind of comes undone, okay? So when you're crafting, this is a 3-piece product. The chances of me putting it back in the box on a regular basis are slim to none. So I think that's a little tricky, and they would all be different. So if you have multiple punches of these, you're going to have, you know, this won't be interchangeable. You won't be able to just grab whichever one you want because it has to be the right shape. It is pretty heavy too. It's not necessarily something you're going to want to take to the beach with you, but I think it would be really cool for journal pockets. Gretchen, do you have any of these? Imagine this trimmed down a little and this scored because it's going to fold over, and then this could be your pocket, and then when you tuck stuff in there, it's hard to imagine, but on my counter I don't have a bunch of stuff right now to tuck. Then when you tucked this in behind, whatever you put in there would show. That would be cute. It would be fun to leave it open to show, and it would also be fun to make it a layer thing. Now, one thing I will say is, can you guys see it? It's not the most beautiful, clean, clear punch that I've ever seen. And I know there's things about wax paper. Let me try one more time and really put some muscle into it. Let me try to not use that paper anymore. Let's do just a piece of basic brown. Okay, so this one is cardstock. And again, I've already dropped the little thing. Put it on there. You can feel it kind of click into place. You can't really see it on camera. You can probably see that. Yeah. Then, ow. Ow. Okay, I kind of smashed my thumb. Oh. Let me try again. Maybe cardstock is not going to be awesome on this. Okay, first, let's try the same exact thickness of paper to see. I need this paper, you guys. To see if that was just operator error. And sometimes when you're filming, you don't get a good angle. So I'm up above. I'm pushing really hard. Let's see if we got a nice, clean punch this time. And it's still kind of, do you see that? See, like right there and stuff? It's still kind of gnawed. Gnawed on? Is that the thing? Not like N-O-D. It's not actually my best punch, and it's brand new, and I have a tendency to buy my punches at Goodwill. So I am a little disappointed in that. You can tidy it up with scissors, of course. Then let's try it on just a thinner piece of paper with some muscle. How about that? There we go. This is a leftover experiment from something. There we go. It's all clipped together. No, that wasn't good. Okay, this board might have a little bit of give. Those of you who watch my channel and know about my messy secrets. Maybe the board is moving, so I'm going to move it, put it on the counter. Nice and sturdy. It's clicking together. I'm going to put it on a super firm part. And then we'll see. Yeah, it's okay. It's not great. It's really not like the beautiful, clean edge that I would have liked it to have. So I guess I wouldn't run out and buy more of these. Because if I was going to use a circle punch or something, unless I really needed it to be independent so that I could punch anywhere in the paper, right? So the idea is some of these punches, well, this one is a bad example because it's right at the edge. But like if I wanted to punch out this flower with a circle punch, I can't get there with this punch, right? I mean, even though I made this hole right here, I can't get there with here. But if I had one of these, I could. And how cute would this be? So, I mean, it does give you some options, but I don't know. And it is heavy. So, just wanted to share, that is the We Are Memory Keepers. They're called Clear Cut Punches. And if you're using them, let me know what you think of them. Does yours punch perfectly? What are you using them for? And would you buy more? Because this one was $10, and that's a lot for me for a punch. Because you know, I could have used a coupon somewhere else, but they retail for $24.99. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.